시작해 보겠습니다. 제22회 중소기업 기술 혁신 대전 쇼케이스 부분 사회를 맡은 저는 아나운서 손진입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다.
To facilitate today's event, I will be taking off my mask. Yes. Out of the excellent technologies of small and medium-sized Korean companies, we'll be showcasing innovative new products and technologies from 11 K-innovative companies today. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 this year and the government's safety measures, we were not able to invite all of you here in person. However, through the ITS official website, we'll be able to meet all of you virtually. You can actually have access to all the video recordings and relevant information. The K-Innovation Company Showcase aims to support the growth of K-Innovation companies, which includes showcasing new innovative products and technologies developed for the first time by Korean SMEs, and also we will be holding an awarding ceremony of outstanding companies. So what does innovative company here mean? An innovative company is a small but very strong SME based on innovative technologies with high innovative growth potential in the new markets in Korea and abroad, capable of leading and driving the target markets. So a total of 172 companies applied for the selection of innovative companies for the first time this year. So 11 companies have been selected as finalists based on fair screening process, including written and on-site evaluation prior to this showcase. The companies will be giving presentations for Korean and international experts and media today, and a total of 3 companies with outstanding results today will be announced as winners at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. Now, please allow me to introduce the 11K innovative companies joining us today. I would like to invite them and call on their names: Rope, GFI, VSI, VPix Medical, M2S, Clarify, May, Young Maze, and Zebra Sequence, and PowerCube Korea, and EcoPeace. So with that, we're going to officially launch and the opening of K Innovative Company Showcase. So we're very much looking forward to all the innovative products and technologies that will be presented. I'm sure that you're all feeling the same. So we are very much looking forward to all of these innovations. So we look forward to your interest and support. With that, I would like to introduce to you our first speaker.
So the first company is Rope. The company's product is an accident auto report system based on safe driving data. So please welcome the company Rope. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jung Jae-young from the company Rope. So Baton is a database safe driving system. The car detects accidents and reports automatically. So I believe you may know when there's traffic accidents, to survive the driver, it is important to report quickly, and eCall is the system to give automatic report, and accident is reported automatically. But you may not familiar with the word eCall, but in case of Europe, actually it was legalized in 2013, so every car should install eCall. From 2017, now it will be mandatory also in Korea. And when you look at today's car, whether it is cars from overseas or Hyundai car, they have Blue Link, and that is eco service. And when you look at the mirror, there is a certain button, and you can report the traffic through SOS buttons, and that is the essence of eco. So there's an accident, and it's a very serious accident, and the driver gets unconscious. Then how can the driver report the accident? Baton can handle that incident. So the driver is unconscious and unable to ask for help. But Baton has 9-axis motion sensor. So if there is any turnover or any serious damage to the car, then the sensor can detect the accident. So when the sensor detected the accident, and then it is linked to mobile app, and the app can report to insurance company and 911, and also preset contact numbers. So the signal is automatically detected and reported with the location information. So the message was sent, then is automatically reported to 911 and to save the driver's life. So this is the device. There are 3 lineups. Baton S-1, and it is mounted on the bonnet of the car, and Baton plug. So it is connected to cigarette light outlet, and also you may connect it through USB, because there are many USB outlets on vehicles. So that's Baton plug. And also, we have Baton Bike, which is in the process of development, and it is not for automobiles, but it is for two-wheelers like motorbike or bicycles. So we are on development stage. So this is the difference of our products. So previous services for Hyundai or other mobile manufacturers, they also have their own service, but they have to actually the service only apply to new models. So if they cannot mount it on their conventional models, and they have to pay a monthly fee to use this SOS button. However, our button SOS service, you may connect it to cigarette outlet, so you can purchase it and you can connect it to whatever car you want. It is for free, so you don't have to pay additional charges to use this button SOS service. And as I said earlier, this is the algorithms. So we have motion sensor. So if there is any sudden stop, and if there is any sudden accident, then the sensor can detect the accident. And button plug is not just detect an accident, but actually, it collects the driver's habit and all the data related with the driver's driving habit. So that is another feature. And all those data are collected through app. And this is core competitiveness. So there is an app, and the app analyzes the driver's habits with numbers and scores. And those scores can be applied to other services. So not just evaluating those scores, and those scores can be used for promotional services. So we are collecting or making those scores into an index, and it can be used for insurance companies, car insurance companies, and whether it is mileage or driving mileage and the driver's habit. So depending on that, the insurance companies are developing new products. So our good quality data can be used for rewards or promotional use for car insurance companies. And not only for insurance companies, and there are Kakao Mobility or other delivery platforms. There are many delivery platforms and mobility platforms, and our service can be used for those mobility platforms for the safety of drivers. And also, our service can be a tool for objective assessment of driver. And in case of baton bike, the product also can be used for delivery platforms and mobility platforms. So there is a room for collaboration with other platforms. So it is highly expandable and scalable. Thank you very much. That is all for my speech. Oh, there's one more. And so far, we've registered many patents. So we will add reassurance to safety with your baton service. Thank you very much. So listening to the presentation, artificial intelligence field expands and it becomes closely related to our livelihood. And now it was quite impressive that the product can detect a car accident with AI. So as you mentioned, emergency measures can take place within golden hour, which is very helpful and significant. And thank you very much for your presentation, and we will give support to the development of rope.
Next, K-Innovative company is GFI. They will introduce the firefighting product known to be vaccine for fire prevention using microcapsule. Please welcome them with a big hand. Innovation. Hello, I am Yoon Sung-pil from GFI. First of all, I would like to thank every one of you for giving me the opportunity and inviting me to the ITS 2021. Our company produces microcapsule-based fire extinguishers. So the content of my presentation today is focused on the fact that we need vaccine for fire prevention, and we would like to announce that we have indeed developed this vaccine. So let me introduce to you the background of our development. So looking back on my childhood, I can still remember the image of a firefighter struggling with the flames, or an old lady crying out loud in the market after losing all her assets in the fire. But this pain does not end at my childhood. It still occurs today at Jecheon Sports Center, Miryang Long-Term Care Facility, Daegu Samun Market, and also recently Kupang Logistics Center. The pain goes on and the list goes on. And that is why we felt the need to develop vaccine against fire. Why do we need vaccine against fire? Nowadays, we're talking about vaccines to contain the flu and COVID-19. But just as we need vaccine for these illnesses, we need to develop vaccines to prevent fire because it does not exist. And finally, in 2017, we developed a new technology. Based on this new technology, we have developed a product to prevent fire, and combining technology and product, we call it Aegis. As you may well know, where the word Aegis comes from, it comes from Greek mythology. Zeus gave a shield to his beloved daughter Athena, and the name of the shield was Aegis. And Zeus tells his daughter, take this shield and survive the disasters in the human world so that you can save humans, is what he said. So that's the name of the shield, Aegis. And our product, Aegis, will suppress all the fires in the world to protect the lives and the property of people all around the world. And we are very confident to do so. And finally, for the first time in the world, we got the approval for the fire extinguishing capsulation from FDA. And I would like to talk about the strengths of our technology. As you can see, it can be summarized into 4 categories. First, it is the smallest fire extinguisher in the world. The size is 100 micron, which is similar to fine a dust particle. And with this smallest fire extinguisher, we can install it in anywhere in a tiny space. And second strength is that the micro capsule comes in a standard format and dimension. And of course, it should be mass produced to be effective. So we have the technology and factory for mass production, and we are the first in the world. And third strength is all the technology in this capsule are localized. The source technology is owned by the Republic of Korea. Fourth, compared to the product and its excellence, it's very cost effective. So in order to install one fire extinguishing system, we can actually generate a lot of value from it. Now I would like to talk about some features of our system. If you look at one of the technological feature, first of all, it is power-free automatic detection system. We don't need any additional equipment or device or installation of power system. We just need wired pad. Once it is installed, everything is done. Second, 0 failure rate with free of maintenance. When we install fire extinguishers, it says that the failure rate is 30% on average. But our system does not need additional equipment or device for installation. So at a certain level, there's an automatic sensing to turn the system off. And third is easy installation. It's very lightweight, simple. And fourth, it is an eco-friendly green product, and we got a green certification from the Ministry of SMEs and Startup. And fifth, it actually prevents the source of the fire. So I'd like to now share with you some of the approvals and certificates we got from the government. In 2017, we received the Korea Safety Technology Award. We got the Excellent Patent Grant Prize, and in 2019, we had our product receiving disaster prevention certification and new disaster prevention technology certification from Ministry of the Interior and Safety. And we have more than 20 certificates and patents filed. And we also have KFI certification for all our technology. So this is the scalability of our technology. No matter how good the capsules are, if you don't use it and if you cannot scale it, it's no use. So we actually combined it with acrylic materials and silicons and so forth. So the first thing we came up with is firefighting film. So firefighting films can be used in electronic devices, so anywhere where fire can take place. So it can also be applied to the cell phone batteries. Second is firefighting covers. I'm sure that you remember a big fire that happened in a telecommunication company. So if we had a firefighting cover placed in the building, could have prevented the fire. And the third is firefighting tapes. When a cable burns, actually the fire goes inside the cable and spreads. But if we actually wraps the cable with firefighting tapes, we can prevent fire. And fourth is firefighting pads, wire pads, which can be used in distribution boxes. And fifth is very important. Recently, I'm sure you remember about the fire that broke out in Kupang Logistics Center. Actually, it was a plug or a power strip that got burned, and actually a lot of firefighters passed away while suppressing the fire, and there was a lot of material damage. But if we actually apply our tiny capsule fire extinguishing agent, then we can actually prevent fire. And last but not least, it's ESS, Energy Storage System. There is a lot of national project going on to promote the use of renewable energy, and energy storage system is the key. But a lot of fire breaks out in these systems. So we develop a firefighting product that can be applied to the battery module of energy storage systems, and we're actually supplying these modules already. Next is applications. I briefly mentioned about the Kupang Logistics Center fire, how it broke out from the power strip. And on the left is applying our product. We actually suppress the fire in 40 seconds, no spread of fire. But when not applying our product on the right, you can see that the power strip is completely burned down, and that can lead to a very big fire. Next is the areas of application. So we believe that given the frequency, we have to look at the frequency and the importance of disasters. So the general factories and electronic appliances at homes also are very prone to fire, vulnerable to fire. And currently, we're working on with electric vehicle companies because they're considering to use our products in their vehicles. And also hybrid ships are a possibility, and there's a possibility of applying our product to high-speed rail. So this is the global firefighting industry. Up until 2015, the industry was quite small. The size was small, it grew steadily, but rapidly since 2020, it grew very fast. So there is a market of 120 trillion won. So why? Because there was a development of the IT and electronics industry. So that means there are more cases of fire. The second reason is a lot of people came to have increased awareness on fire safety. People are looking towards safer, fire-safe apartments, fire-safe or fire-free factories and toys. So this is an image of Prometheus in Greek mythology, stealing a fire and giving it to humans. And humans used this very useful fire for many, many years. But because fire breaks out, that can actually cause a lot of damage to the lives and the property of people. But we have this shield called Aegis. It's a vaccine for fire prevention. So we can use Aegis to create a new history of fire for mankind. I am very confident about our new future, and I believe that this will contribute greatly to the economic, social, and cultural development of Korea. Thank you very much. Innovation. The smallest capsule type fire extinguisher not only in Korea but also in the world. So if commercialized, there will be more opportunities to prevent large fire. So as the CEO said, the fire is given by God, but they will open a new history for fire for mankind.
So let's move on to the next company, VSI, and they're going to showcase carbon nanotube technology, which will transform our future. So let's take a look. VSI. Good afternoon. I am Yun Gwang from VSI. Nice to meet you all. We go to hospital for several reasons. Sometimes you get X-ray test for precise examination. It depends from body parts and individuals. But however, we all know that the more we are exposed to radiation, it accumulates in the body, which is dangerous. So do you know how much radiation you are exposed during X-ray imaging? The X-ray we use was discovered in 1895 by a German physicist, Wilhelm Röntgen. For about 130 years, it had been applied to medical and other industries, contributing to the development of humankind. However, there is the issue of radiation exposure to human body. From 2016 to 2019, for 4 years, the Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency surveyed the number of diagnostic or interventional medical radiation cases and the amount of radiation dose. So in 2016, 312 million cases, and 2017, 326 million cases, and in 2019, 374 million cases. So it has increased to 6.2% on average annually. Compared to 2016, it increased to 20% in 2019. It is about the annual number of diagnostic medical radiation tests. Annual radiation exposure dose was 1,000 mensievert in 2016 and increased to 125,000 mensievert in 2019, annual increase of 7.6%. The dose increased to 25% in 2019 compared to 2016. So there is an urgent need for technology because radiation exposure dose is increasing. So let me tell you our innovative technology. Our technology is using a digital carbon nanotube, which is a very innovative technology. So it realizes low power consumption, ultra compact, and ultra light. That is the advantage of our technology. So here are our core products. Portable dental digital X-ray system, high voltage digital X-ray monoblock, and digital X-ray ionizer. Our technological achievement is this. First, quality data based high accuracy. And second, sophisticated technology combined with technical skills and reading algorithm. Third, portable X-ray device based on conventional X-ray equipment. So our advanced technology has been recognized with awards such as Nano Korea Organizing Committee Award in 2018, Ministry of Science and ICT Award in 2019, and selected as the top 10 nanotechnologies by Ministry of Trade and Ministry of Science and ICT. So our technology has already been recognized with a lot of awards. And our products are digitally controlled in high speed, and it is the next generation technology to conduct precise X-ray tests when the usual ones at the right timing. So based achievement, the company has developed CNT-based digital X-ray source. And as of 2020, we can manufacture X-ray sources of more than 50,000 EA annually. And regarding CNT digital X-ray source, we are actively working on acquiring certified test results and certifications for applied products. This eye is moving towards the global world so that we can present next generation digital X-ray source technology. Thank you very much for listening. Which is among 10 materials that will change the future. So it is quite revolutionary that you can reduce the radiation dose by more than half with this technology. And also it can be applied to many different areas and products. So I believe that there's a lot of room for improvement and development. Thank you very much.
Next, I would like to introduce to you the next K-Innovative company. They are going to introduce real-time total remote pathology platform technology for cancer surgery. Please welcome VPX Medical. Hello, I am Han Kyung-min from VPX Medical, which is developing C-cell. Recently, I read a very shocking article. The recurrence rate of cancer for patients having gone surgery is 20 to 30%. So this means that there are cancer cells that remain within the body of the patient. So if you have to go through a cancer surgery, not once, but twice or 3 times, then it will be a great suffering for the patients and the family. VPX Medical is a healthcare startup marking our 5th anniversary this year. We want to become a company that proposes a real-time total remote pathology platform that helps cancer surgery. So our solution starts from C-cell. So C-cell is a handheld ultra-small fluorescent tissue microscope that enables digital biopsy. It has the main body and pick section that directly contacts the patient's tissue. So usually the surgeon should remove all cancer tissues, and he removes the normal part that is large enough, including the cancer tissue, to check whether there is a cancer tissue at the boundary of the resected tissue. However, the remaining cancer tissue may not be visible to a naked eye. So the surgeon can actually look for lesions in real time using the pick section in the OR. And fluorescent dyes are actually injected to stain the tissue, and laser is shot to activate the cells non-invasively. And when contacting the pick section, you can see into about 1 micron of the interior. So So you can actually use a pick section to acquire unlimited number of cell images of the tissue. The captured images are sent right away to the pathology department to request a diagnosis of cancer cells. And this is the surgical remote pathology diagnosis platform that VPix Medical has dreamt of and developed. So over the past 100 years before CSEL was developed, this process was done in a method called frozen biopsy. Frozen biopsy involves directly sending the removed tissue to the pathology department and requesting diagnosis, but this requires a lot of money and manpower. It's time-consuming, and pathologist department's work is overloaded, and surgeons have to wait 30 minutes to get their results. So this means that the surgery time increases, anesthesia time increases for patients. So if that is the case for hospitals, the OR turnover decreases, thus impacting the revenue. And this is not even possible in hospitals that do not have any pathology departments. To address this problem, over the past 5 years, we at VPix have focused on creating a very small microscope that acquires 400 times more high-definition digital images in real time without having to slide the tissue. So here, 500 times higher means we can discern something that is 50 times less thicker than a hair. As a result, we succeeded in downsizing a large laser microscope small enough to be held by a hand. And this source technology has been patented not only in Korea but also overseas. And in order for, actually, we have two product pipelines. So in the in vitro diagnostics device, E-cell ex vivo. So the tissue excised during surgery, stained in less than 3 minutes by applying a fluorescent dye, and the image is acquired by contacting the probe. And the second is C-cell in vivo. So during surgery, a safe dye is injected into the patient, and the surgeon actually touches the tissue to acquire the image. So since we're injecting a dye, so we can actually check it in a real time. So in order for this product to be used for cancer surgery, image acquisition speed should be faster and resolution better. And a lot of the competitors actually fail to meet both of these requirements, but VPix C-cell comes in a very small size, and we can actually acquire a high definition image of fast. So this is not limited to certain carcinomas like competitors, but it can be used for many cancer surgeries like brain tumor, lung cancer, and stomach cancer. And VPix Medical has confirmed our clinical potential for pathological diagnosis with the new images acquired by C-cell during the past 1 year. We use C-cell to take images of lung cancer in normal lung tissue, and then after 20 and 30 minutes training, we show them to the pathologist randomly to make diagnosis of 30 cases, and the result was accuracy of 92%. And we will conduct further studies, and next year we will publish the paper in international journal. So for the past 5 years, VPix Medical has achieved a remarkable growth. In 2018, we were listed on Slush 100. In 2019, we won the Challenge K Startup as a runner-up. We also won the grand prize at Women's Startup competition, and we were also among the top 3 companies by the Ministry of SME and Startups. And we raised 7.2 billion won investment, and recently we became one of the top 20 Asian companies at MedTech Asia Forum organized by Johnson & Johnson Innovator, and therefore we have indeed set the stage to go global. So we would like to combine VPix's first product, C-cell, with a PACS system that facilitates remote communication with pathologists who are outside the OR. So we plan to become an all-in-one platform for emergency pathology diagnosis if we add an AI-powered solution. So We have spent this year to confirm the safety of our product, and based on the result of our safety test, we will also get an in vivo approval next year. And we will expand our use case to minimal invasive surgeries such as robotic surgeries and screening core biopsy sample. And also combined with AI technology, it will evolve into a more powerful digital biopsy platform. And if C-cell remote is applied to hospitals, pathologists can increase work efficiency, and surgeons can perform surgery more accurately and safely. So hospitals, more patients will undergo cancer surgery much earlier, so we can save more patients. So we believe that the C-Cell is a company that can have a huge impact on patients and save their lives. So we will work hard to make sure that this technology will save the lives of our patients and their families. That's why we're betting our youth and passion on it. Thank you. Yes. So microscope that is even smaller than a finger that is, and what's more surprising is that tissue diagnosis can be checked in real time in OR. So I think that it can really change the paradigm of biopsy that lasted for the past 100 years. So I believe that K-innovative companies in the medical sector will indeed take off to launch to go global.
So now let's move on to next company's showcase. So it is about eye care. So M2S presents XR digital healthcare technology for taking care of our precious eyes. Good afternoon. I am CEO of M2S Lee Tae-hui. So let me tell you about M2S. M2S, our product is XR Digital Healthcare. So our product is about our eyes. As you know, human eye is very precious sensory organ, but once it is damaged, you cannot get it repaired. So it is important. Early treatment and early diagnosis are very important, and our product is doing that. And as you know, eye diseases or disorders are related with our living habits or aging. So our product is about eye monitoring and also detection. So compared to previous products we are using with VR technology, so our product is very much cheaper and very easy to use. So we are using with proven VR technology and also a special technology to analyze eye movement data. And to develop an algorithm, we collaborated with medical professionals in Korean University. So our product is a eye diagnosis device. So there is two different devices. And this is a medical device, and it deals with 7 different areas, and it is registered to FDI, and also it was recognized as new technology from Korean FDA, and we've offered the first guideline with VR mounted technology, and also we are collaborating with the Korean University Hospital. And next one is digital healthcare product, which is eye doctor. And it is for everyone everyone can check their eye health. So it is like in body. So you may check your body fat or blood pressure. So this product can be installed in any governmental offices, and you can check your health. And this product service is not remain to just measurement, and you can we also provide healing contents. And also we provide healthcare services and information so that the users can better manage their health of eyes. And also it is connected to auto service. So it is connected to other promotional channels, and so there are different O2O services. And we are also using VR technology. So it is not just about checking your eye health, but also our service is being expanded to other areas. So of course, with this one, you can check your eyes, but you can also check your health of your eyes through your mobile phones. And ultimately, based on this assessment, we hope that we are developing for a digital treatment service. So this is market prospect. As you know, there are many different kind of medical equipments in hospitals, but we are using VR technology. So it is very easy to use, and the price is much cheaper compared to other products. So it can be used for areas that have less medical equipment. For example, Southeast Asian countries, I believe that there is high possibility for our product to be released and sold in Asia. And also, let me tell you about the digital healthcare market. So there is healthcare monitoring is essence of digital healthcare, but we are also moving forward to digital healthcare and treatment. So I believe that there are a lot of possibility and high potential for our product. So this is the roadmap of our products. So by using VR, we are developing all those diagnostic equipment, and based on the diagnostic device, we are also developing digital treatment device. So we can put all those different solutions into a platform. So all those logs will be loaded in this platform. So Metaverse Healthcare Clinic is our ultimate objective, and we are partnering with many different companies and medical institutions. So we are partnering with global companies. In Qualcomm's case, so within XR ecosystem, we are collaborating in the healthcare category. And so far, we've received a lot of awards. We received Best of Innovation Award at 2021 CES. So this is #1 at Health and Wellness category. After receiving this award, we received a lot of attention and interest from overseas and even the governments. We were also recognized as baby unicorn by the Ministry of ICT. So we are receiving a lot of support and interest and attention. And also, our product was also registered to procurement service. So from next year, I believe that our procurement registration will be much more active. So with VR, our technology is combined with VR, and we are moving towards new future. So we are moving towards the global market. And so with VR and XR, we will provide better medical service. And so we will move on for that. Thank you very much for listening. So as you mentioned, in health and wellness category at 2021 CES, and the company received the Best Innovation Award. So I believe I'm so proud of the achievement. As you mentioned, eye care requires regular checkup and management. And that is why, for users' perspective, the medical service is very easy to use and better accessibility. So I will give support for the future of the company.
Now let me introduce you the next company. It is Clarify. They will introduce the world's first AI-based medical imaging solution technology. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, I am Yang Bong-wook from the sales team of Clarify. So I would like to introduce to you ClariCT AI, the world's first commercialized AI-based noise reduction solution of ultra-low dose CT videos. Let me ask you a simple question. So what does these figures 2,200 and 4,800 mean to you? So the number of COVID-19 deaths in Korea has exceeded 2,000 over the past 1.25 years. Although we were not aware because of COVID-19, the number of cancer patients due to medical radiation is even higher, and it is as risky as COVID-19. According to Stanford University's calculation, so in Korea, about 4,800 cancer patients occur annually due to CT radiation, and this is over 2 times the number of COVID-19 deaths that I just mentioned about. Then, why are there so many patients getting cancer because of CT radiation? So radiation exposure, according to WHO, is a level 1 carcinogen like tobacco and exhaust gas. And that is why, according to the WHO and IAEA, they are sending warnings to the member states regarding the radiation exposure, and EU and the US are strengthening their level of radiation risk management. So we have felt the need for lowering CT radiation, and we wanted to transform that into a global business opportunity. So we leveraged our AI source technology to develop a solution and managed to successfully commercialize it. Then how are we going to lower the medical radiation? So there was a dilemma that we faced in the process of our development. If we increase CT radiation, of course, the radiation exposure is higher for the patients, but for the doctors, they can get clear CT images. So in order to address the problem, we applied AI. So our Clarify AI solution is just there to address this dilemma. So our solution based on AI is the best solution in existence that addresses this dilemma. So let me briefly talk about our technology. So there is the IR method, which is iterative reconstruction, which is a conventional CT video's noise reduction method. So we overcame the limitations of this IR technology by using AI, and by doing so, we were able to increase the high definition but reduce the radiation exposure. And CT is a core technology in modern diagnostic medicine, and 250 million tests or CT tests are performed annually, but there are still issues regarding the radiation safety. And the conventional global CT tests and its level of radiation dose actually exceeds already international safety standards, so there are concerns that to get diagnosed, you're developing a disease. So by using our ClariCT AI, we can improve the definition of the quality of the image, and by using our product, you can easily get an ultra-low dose test, so that is virtually harmless CT test. As mentioned earlier on, let's have a look at the performance of our product. So it has been verified by approval agencies like FDA and CE. And if you look at the FDA approval, they have actually completed the verification and validation for all of our CT manufacturers and the scan conditions and body equipment, as well as for age groups and sex, as well as for race.
말씀드리는 부분을 차별화된 성능을 차별화된 영상으로서
And I would like to explain our differentiated technology with differentiated video. So on the left is the original video with the noise, and in the middle is after processing the image with the conventional technology, so of Siemens IR noise removal method. And on the right is the video results after removing noise with our Clarity AI. So you can see a clear distinction between among the three images. So actually in the middle, the noise reduction rate is 36%, but on the right, our noise reduction rate is 92%. So you can see a superior quality images for our company. So this tells you that if you use Clarity AI solution, you can actually perform low-dose, high-quality CT scans. So this is the workflow. Though there are original images on the left with the noise, and if you enter millions of these images with a lot of noise on the left into Clarity Engine, then according to a different noise reduction patterns, you can actually get an image with only the noise, just like in the upper right. And then you can get a clear CT images without any damage to the structure, like you see at the bottom right. So this is the market potential. The AI medical imaging market is expected to grow more than 40% every year, and it's going to reach 50 trillion Korean won by 2026. And our business, the AI medical imaging, is considered to be the most promising area, as you can see on the graph. So not only our headquarters in Korea, but our US branch are working very hard to launch our business in the US and also to go global. We are focusing our sales efforts to that end. Now, these are the expected benefits. If you use our Clarity AI products, you can first convert the existing CT to the AI-based CT, and you can actually increase the life expectancy of the CT tube by fourfold, and you can also reduce side effects for patients because you can reduce the CT contrast agents. You can also increase the image of the hospital as well. So this can be applied to medical sector, but also to all industries. So we look forward to the future very much. So we look forward to your interest and support as well. Thank you. Yes, I could really relate with what he said. You go to the hospital to get diagnosed, but you actually develop a disease. So as you can see on the graph, we can actually get a lot of high quality image with low dose radiation CTs. So I believe that will help to revitalize the medical AI industry as a whole.
So, seventh presentation, company name is May. They present micro display panel with hologram technology. So let's meet company May. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Kang Jun-gyu, CEO of May. So May is a manufacturer of micro display panel that can contribute to hologram development. And I believe that hologram is very important for recent development of metaverse. Then what is hologram? I believe you may know this. So you've heard the word from sci-fi films, and you may remember film Avatar, which uses hologram. So hologram, the word is combined with Greek word holos, meaning the whole, and gramma, meaning message. So it is a technology to describe every information similar to an object. So display industry has increased, so from flat panel display to flexible display. And after 2030, it will move on to space information display. So that is the change in display industry. And 4K full color hologram kit, the name is Peony 62A. So 0.62 micro display panel we are using the locally made micro display panel. So on your left, Peony 62A hardware, and it is using CGH pattern. So when you combine them together, then you get this hologram image. So you can get this 4K hologram image by using our micro display panel and also software. So the advantages of our 4K full color hologram kit, and we can realize 4K full color hologram, and multifocal is possible, and the price is half of the other conventional products. And also it is certified with K-INNO, which guarantees safety and stability. And Japanese products were dominating throughout the world, but after our product was introduced, now Korea has become a leader in hologram kit. And especially Korea is much better in leading hologram kit compared to Japan. Holographic technology can be used for medical equipment and also industry or optic communication equipment, and also it can be used for education and military. So there are many different applications. And among them, with our product, we are focusing on 3 hologram projector and hologram screen and holographic AR HUD. So these are major areas where we want to commercialize our products. With Peony 62A, we have provided this product to national research institutes or various organizations. And so it can be used for 3D HMD and also 3D HUD. So our product has been purchased by many national research centers and organizations. And this is our target market. So education institutions and research centers, and also next generation display research and development companies, both home and abroad. So these are our major markets. And hologram kits market size is rather small. So in 2012, so it's about $40 million. However, the market is on the rise. So after 2024, our objective is the 50% market share. So we'll keep developing our technology to do that. And this is the development direction of May hologram. Starting from hologram panel, we have developed a professional use hologram kit, and also we are developing HUD and HMD for general public and customers. So May has started with micro display panel 17 years ago. So for 17 years, we have maintained with passion and determination. And for the first time in the world, we developed 4K full color hologram kit. And now, like this small mobile phone, I believe that when hologram kit is developed, then you may bring it everywhere, and you can get hologram image whenever you want. So we'll work hard to make it happen in the future. Thank you very much. So hologram market is small, but I believe that there is a huge possibility. So I hope that the company can really get the 50% market share. So let's hope the hologram technology and how it will be realized in our daily lives.
Let's meet the next K-innovative company, Zebra and Sequence. They will be showcasing ICT convergence smart crosswalk technology. Let's have a look. Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce to you innovative company Zebra and Sequence. My name is Choi Eun-young. So I'm going to talk about the ICT convergence smart pole, whose goal is to promote advanced IC feature to street poles without much function. So actually it is based on a true experience by the CEO who had an experience of losing a child. Have you ever imagined losing your child? So probably you will go to the police station to file for a child missing, and since the police cannot actually go about everywhere, the family would come out to the streets to look for the kid. And based on his experience, Oh Dong-gun, the CEO, actually came up with a solution to look for and find missing children. So from where should we start? And following that question, he came up with two ideas. First of all, based on his observation, he realized that many children go through crosswalks. And even if a child that goes missing does not cross the crosswalk, they may pass one. So based on these thoughts or observations, Zebra and Sequence actually added the LED monitor and the facial recognition system to develop ICT conversion smart crosswalk pole. So according to the police, there are about 110,000 people who went missing last year. However, there's not much institutional help that we can get to find these people. And if you look at the accidents in accident-prone child production zones, 72% of the children had accidents while crossing, and there were also other reasons like speeding, red light violation, and illegal parking. And recently, there were also very shocking news where the ex-convicts would break their electronic bracelets to ride on the bus and commit additional crimes. So in order to, it is very important to identify real time the movements of these violent criminal convicts. So there are two important core technologies in the system, and the first core technology is LED monitor. So it is to prevent road accidents by controlling not humans but traffic. Also, the driver should be able to have a visibility of 60 degrees. It is very difficult for a driver to have a visibility that goes beyond 60 degrees. So our LED monitor actually is located at the 45 degrees at the vision of the driver so that the driver can stay focused ahead and prevent road accidents. So the picture that you're looking at is at the Incheon International Airport. So our LED was applied there, and we could actually see improved visibility. We got the feedback from the local residents, especially during raining and bad weather. And second core technology is regarding the people, pedestrians. We can actually identify in real time the missing persons in person, in prior, and we can actually find. It's not a one-on-one comparison analysis, but it's to find actually the moving subject or moving object on a one-on-n approach. So that can be applied to not only the missing persons, the children, but also the elderly persons and the disabled. So let's delve deeper into the image. So before the person goes missing, we can actually register the faces of the people in photo in the system, and afterwards when they are filed in the system of the police can actually look into the database, and based on the photo that's pre-registered, we can search for the right person, and once the face is recognized by the imaging system, we can actually also play the video, and we can also identify the movements of the person who was missing. And one of the other feature is that automatic warning. So when a person goes missing and there is an ex-convict, the police has to actually check one by one physically or in person all the CCTV footages, but we can actually automatically give the alert so that we can actually identify the convicts and the missing persons earlier and very fast. So let's have a look at the applications in real video. So this is the system, the ICT convergence smart pole applied to the Incheon International Airport. So once the person is identified, person's photo is registered in advance in the system, and the system recognizes the face, and we can also check the dates. And let's now play the video that was recorded. And as you can see, that we can actually identify moving objects and moving subjects. So based on these two core technologies, we have developed the smart pole, and we have our innovation and technology approved by and validated by many agencies, by the Ministry of SMEs and Startup, and also the procurement agency. And we were also selected as a best case by the Coordination Office of National Affairs, and also acknowledged for our quality by the Incheon Metropolitan City. So the smart poles can be applied to many different areas, including the crosswalks, like in the child protection areas, and to block the access of ex-convicts. It can also be applied to like the bus stops and also the children's park and also the schools. So we are going to apply the facial recognition technology to CCTVs and existing bus stops, and to help the developmental children with developmental issues, so we can actually apply them to other areas where we can identify them. So this is the actual case applied to Jeju International Airport. So we actually installed 17 systems for prevention of crimes. And in Gimpo International Airport, our system is up and running. And in Gyeonggi Province, Hing City, we actually implemented 16 systems in elementary schools, and also in Pyeongtaek Kodok International City of Korea Land and Housing Corporation, we applied our system, and also the K-Water adopted the facial recognition system to control their access. So as you can see, our technology is available and applied in many areas. And this ICT Convergence Smart Crosswalk pole is very useful for preventing crimes and preventing road accidents. And we can actually also use this system with the budget of the local government for maintenance of the local systems. And it also sets the standard for the norm and the technology for a smart city model. So that was a brief presentation about the ICT Convergence Smart Crosswalk pole that enables facial recognition of missing persons. So that was Zebra Sequence. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much. So that was about the Korea's first ICT smart pole crosswalks. And I believe that this technology will allow our children to walk safely on the streets, and we can also identify in real time the missing persons and also prevent road traffic. So I believe that this technology will be very useful in many different areas. Thank you.
Okay, so now let's move on. Next K innovative company showcase, PowerCube Korea. And the company provides electric vehicle charging system which will transform the power supply of humanity. So let's take a look. PowerCube Korea. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. PowerCube Korea's Shin Jae-ho. Nice to meet you all. So the product I'm going to show you, of course, there are more electric vehicle charging stations and devices are installed. But our product is very innovative and also very simple. So there is a hardest issue in stock market. I'm not but Tesla is very hot and popular, and Tesla is electric vehicle manufacturer, and their stocks and shares are very hotter than Samsung or Apple. Why is that? So air pollution and the quality of air is very important, and because of climate change, our air becomes very bad, and one of the pollutants is diesel or gasoline cars. However, electric vehicles are free from those air pollution, and also it is sophisticated. So Tesla is one of the hottest companies in the world, and also in terms of stock market. So every nation is working very hard to distribute more electric vehicles. Same here in Korea. So in Korea's case, for distributing EV vehicles, so actually there was only 190,000 electric vehicles this year. However, the government wants to increase the number of EVs. However, so by distributing more e-vehicles, the government wants to improve the quality of air. And so there's more number of EVs, and there also more mandatory distribution of electric vehicle. However, the increase of electric vehicle, it requires more number of electric vehicle charging stations. So we need to have more chargers and charging stations. How we can do that? We have to install them to apartment complexes and also different buildings. So we have to install them. However, there's lack of spaces. And people move different places. So even though you have EV, electric vehicle, so you never know whether your next house may have the charging system. because of course there are many regions, so you may have to pay more for installing electric vehicle installation charging systems. And there is new law, so every upper complex, they have to install 5% of parking spaces. That becomes mandatory. So compared to previous laws, so from 2022, from January, every complex, residential complex, they need to install electric vehicle charging systems. So, however, PowerCube can present solutions. So here's the solution we are presenting. So, of currently, the electric vehicle charging system requires spaces. So, there are many resistance from other residents. So if you install more stations, then there is the issue of money and payment. And also there are many inconveniences. So there are a lot of different issues, and this is the solution. Charging socket outlets. So this is the essence. This is a very simple charging device. So when you look at underground parking spaces, there are many outlets. So we can use those general outlets. So anyone can charge their electric vehicles by using those already installed outlets. And its voltage is very little, 3 kilowatts. However, you can connect it to 321 voltage. So anyone can charge their electric vehicle with this. So what can you solve with this? Because Korean people, they move, so they commute between households and buildings, and they can charge 24 kilowatts. So per 8 kilowatts, electric vehicle can go to 7 kilometers. So for commuters, it is sufficient. So there's also different kinds of fast charger and slow charger. Let's compare them too. So high-speed chargers, and they are using high voltage. So for example, they are using high voltages. So we are using, with the same voltage, we are using all different kind of home appliances. However, it requires more cables. So, it requires a lot of money and budget. However, if we use 221 voltage outlets, you can just replace a conventional outlet. So it doesn't require any additional budget, and it is very easy to use. So, it requires only $500 to install. However, other high-speed charger, it requires a lot of money for installation. And there's another important thing. So we are using conventional outlets. So charging socket outlet, it doesn't give any load to buildings because it doesn't install new equipment, and it is using already built facilities. That is why I keep saying that our product is very convenient. So we are using conventional infrastructure, and it doesn't require any parking space. So I believe that you may have seen this before. And there are many charging stations. You may see these charging stations and chargers. And of course, there are cables and emergency cables. But there is disadvantage because they do not have any meter, and you cannot charge for the use. So there is the issue of power theft because they do not use their own, but they are using the collective, the communal power. However, if you use charging socket outlet, then you can charge your electric vehicle, and you can pay that as the very amount you use. So PowerCube Korea has the most number of charging infrastructure. You can Google it, and so we have the most number of charging infrastructure. And why is that? So our company is customer oriented, and all our product is oriented for the benefit of customer, and we don't charge that much to customers. So we are developing our and we are presenting comprehensive system from operation to post maintenance. And we have many different technologies, and we have a lot of different patents. And for the first time in Korea, we have formal approval. So there are many customers who have selected PowerCube Korea. So we will provide many different technologies and products so that satisfy customers' needs. So we will provide customer-oriented product and service. So the reason why PowerCube Korea is many customers selected us. We will work harder until there's no complaint from customers. Thank you very much. So there's more demand. So I believe that this portable charging system is very innovative. And from next year, under the government's regulation, every housing complex should secure AV chargers. So I have great expectations about the company.
네, 그럼 다음 기업 만나볼까요? 에코피스입니다.
Next is EcoPeace. So they love environment. They're going to showcase AI-based water purification platform technology. Hello, everyone. I am K-INNO, CEO of EcoPeace. So we are supplying AI-based water purification system, and we are very working hard to address the green algae problem in fresh water facilities, and also we are expanding our business into addressing the issues of waste as well. So every summer, due to the green algae generated in numerous fresh facilities, many problems are occurring. So this algae problem does not happen just naturally. It's because the freshwater facilities are contaminated and the microorganisms become active with the increase of temperature. So that is why a lot of green algae is produced. So because the green algae is produced, the water temperature also is increased. So these are some of the issues regarding green algae I talked about. And Asia Economic Business Forum, they also World Economic Forum even said that the most of the climate change risks in Asia boils down to water. So water quality is very important in addressing the climate change challenges. And we are seeing this kind of issue especially prevalent in the water supply facilities and also the water at parks that is contaminated. And this can also lead to poor quality of our agricultural produce. And this is something that some studies in the US have found out. So what should we do in this situation? And what are some reasons for us to face these problems? It's because there is a lack of real-time monitoring and thus lack of response. And there was no way to prevent the spread of contamination. So if the contamination is spread, then it can actually be very difficult to address that. So these are some ways that are being explored to reduce the green algae. So if the green algae is already spread, this is the kind of approach that many of us is taking. But we wanted to address that issue and we wanted to bring a solution. So that is why we leveraged robot technology and AI technology. So we collect in real time the water-related data, water quality-related data, and we can actually do a real-time monitoring of the freshwater facilities, and we can also predict the future. And if the prediction is possible, then we can add filters that can physically remove the green algae. So why is this important? Because algae is a microorganism, and by removing microorganism in advance, we want to prevent the spread of this microorganism. So that is why we're using robotics and the carbon neutrality-based technologies and AI to address this problem. So this is the robot that is currently working with K-Water. So this is not just to actually monitor the water quality 24/7. So the water supply systems and the source reservoir is actually being monitored on a real-time basis to identify the potential problems so that we can respond directly and quickly when the problem occurs. So there are CCTVs that are installed on site, and there is a system actually that enables a real-time monitoring. So you can see that the system itself is becoming extremely sophisticated. And based on that, we are doing prediction. So this is the competitiveness of our technology. So first of all, there's no human intervention. So once the system is turned on, then it automatically checks the water quality and also purifies the water. And based on the cloud data, we can actually predict the occurrence of green algae. And the robot itself can also work on a remote basis. So thanks to this technology, humans can focus on just monitoring and managing, and the robots on site can actually remove green algae and purify water. So the image you're looking at is our water system is combined with a water PV technology. So we want to achieve carbon neutrality, and at the same time, we're experiencing energy transition all around the world. But of course, there is a limited land space for PV, so that is why we're going offshore. And we have to focus on water quality when we want to scale the PV to the waters as well. So we will be selected as a water quality best practice project next year. And if we actually apply, we would like to apply our technology to the water PV systems. So these are some of the EcoPeace references in terms of robot technology. So we actually leverage the robots to address the algae issue, and we're now expanding our robot applications to remove like water waste and so forth. That is why we're preparing a water purification platform. We can also leverage the conventional developed technology to develop smart cities. And in order for the clustering of AI robots, we can actually do the water purification in very large cities as well. So we at EcoPeace will work on water in a very small tank to a very large dam. We will work hard to protect our water resources going forward. Thank you very much. So that was the water purification robot of EcoPeace, and it is in line with the fourth industrial revolution. AI and big data and latest technologies are all combined into this system. So we believe that we'll be able to protect the environment in a more intelligent way. Thank you.
So this is the last company for K-Innovative Company Showcase, Youngin Ace. So the company is presenting Korea's only ion molecular mass spectrometer that will effectively remove pollutants in the air. So let's meet Youngin Ace. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lee Jin-gun, CEO of Youngin Ace. So let me, before moving on to our product and technology, first of all, I'd like to thank the organizers and participants in today's showcase despite a COVID situation. And so I feel very nervous to be a presenter today. So why don't we have deep breath? So why don't we breathe deeply before we move on? So the air I breathed right now contains 21% of oxygen and 78% of nitrogen and other minerals. So when you ride on a bus or when you walk around the street and cross the street, then you may know how much elements or even fine dust are floating in the air through LED screens. So there are many different LED signboards. And technological development for our convenience causes more exposure to diverse harmful chemical materials than the past. And so there are 0.03%. Those harmful materials are existing in a very small amount. However, it can cause serious effects to our health. According to WHO, so air pollution is one of the threats to human health. So 7 million people die prematurely every year due to air polluted related diseases. And so they lowered the air quality guidelines in 16 years. So air quality is very important. So there are many different pollutants. So for example, there are many different compounds and many different kind of elements, not only outdoors, but also indoors. Air quality have become a great threat to our health. So we need to have sophisticated monitoring to manage air quality. So there are many sensors for on-site measurement for air pollutants, but there requires ppm level real-time measurement device, which can also analyze different elements on real time. So from 2019, based on our technology, we developed this. So you can measure and analyze all different elements in real time, whenever and wherever. So this is our product, ACE 1100 IMRMS, ion molecular reaction mass spectrometer. So this is the outcome of our efforts. So it doesn't require any sample preparation. You can just put the element and you can get result real time. You can get accurate result. And also you can get all those different results to a very small level. And it is very easy to use. So even non-professionals can use this device. And this is our technology. So we are using ion analyzing technology, and it was recognized as the new technology in 2021. And also, our product was selected as the excellent design by Good Design Award, and also it was recognized by Procurement Service as innovative prototype. So we are now can sell our products from innovative market by procurement service. So this is the solution of our company. So real-time analysis and quick analysis and also on-site analysis. This is our target market. So it can be applied to semiconductor or also different products in fourth industrial revolution, and also secondary cells and displays. And also it can be used for air quality monitoring. So you can check air pollutants and also air quality. And our product can be mounted on automobiles, so it can be served as mobile lab. So not only on site, you can move around to measure air quality in different spots, so that you can see which air pollutant is made in a certain location. So it provides better air management. And this is future development direction. So real-time, quick on-site analysis. These are our major advantages of our technology. So not only pollutant analysis, we want to move ahead for water quality analysis. Also, it can be applied to COVID-19 or infectious disease, so that you can measure and diagnose those infectious diseases on site quickly and accurately. So on-site analysis and diagnosis, that will be our objective for the future. So by doing so, we want to form a cluster in the nation. We also reduce our huge dependence on foreign technology and bio and medical. In various industries, we will work hard to create new industry by collaborating with other technologies and industries. So far, I've introduced our company and the product. And I'd like to ask you for your continued support and interest to our product. Thank you very much for listening. So Youngin Ace was the last presenter of today's showcase. So it can be mounted on the vehicles, and you can get